Hey, Lombo, I'm going to put you in the chair. You are the GM. I'm sure this will be, obviously the conversation of the NFL going into April with the Chicago Bears sitting there with that number one pick. But where are you at with Justin Fields and what I know he's had a really good season. Obviously, you got Joe Alt there in the draft. You got some great receivers as well at the top of that draft. Do you go and get a quarterback and flip it, reset that quarterback market, or do you stick with Justin Fields, build around him? What are you doing in that chair?
Hey, he's number one Justin Fields hater, by the way.
Yep. Sweet Shaq.
No, that's not true. I was trying to temper some people who were trying to give him the MVP.
Okay.
Gotta be good.
Okay.
I said very clearly, can the kid get good before he gets great? Do we have to give him the MVP in August? I mean, seriously. And look, I think he has trouble throwing the football on a consistent basis. But let me answer the question. All right, to me, the question's getting framed the wrong way. The question should be framed: are we going to pay Justin Fields $40 to $50 million per year on a 4-year deal? Is that what you plan to do? Are we valuing him there? If the Bears feel that's the right answer, then they're going to make other picks. If the Bears say you can't do that, that'll mess up our cap. It'll really hurt us in trying to manage and build the team around him. Then they've got to go to Fields and say, look, here's our deal. Here's where we can go. We'll keep you at this number. We're not going to pay you that number. If he doesn't want that, then you hold on to him. You make your draft. You select a quarterback, and you listen to people out there. And you don't have to jump on the first deal. You can bring Fields back, rest the number one pick in the draft, let him develop, play Fields for another year, and when the time's right, make the move. Like, no one has to rush you into a decision. No one has to pressure you. But the real question that Bears fans don't want to answer is, are you paying him $40 to $50 million? Daniel Jones got $40 million, right? This market for quarterbacks, it isn't that, where are we going to find one? Are we going to pay the second contract? No one's asking that question. Are you paying the second contract for Mac Jones? No, that's easy. Are you paying the second contract for, Trey Lance? No, that's easy. Are you paying it for Trevor Lawrence? There becomes a problem. Are we? Got no choice. We have to.
Okay.
Is it the right thing to do? Right? You get into that, we have no choice. That's where the Giants were. We have no choice. We have to pay Daniel. When you have no choice, you really make a bad decision. So with this opportunity that the Bears have, it really sets them up where if they're smart and they're deliberate, they can make a great decision.
So you also can add in there, and you said the Giants felt like they had no options.
No choice.
Everybody had Joe Flacco sitting at home. And then you think about what happened with Tom Brady and what has happened with other fourth contracts. Or do we want to maybe go find a fourth contract player who still got it a little bit, who might only cost, $20 million? $20 million?
Right.
If they do Flacco probably next year? He's going to sign a 2-year deal, probably $40 to $45 million?
I don't know, because Flacco, if you study Flacco's career, he's really good in that Stefanski, really it's Gary Kubiak system. God bless Gary Kubiak. It's his system. And he was really good in that when the Ravens played with him in 2014. Flacco was very good. But then when he lost that ability. I don't know how the Browns don't bring Flacco back. I know they got Deshaun at $65 million for the next 3 years, but he's the best player for their offense right now. I think he'll, and Flacco knows that, right? Flacco knows this is the best way for me to make money. I could go somewhere else in my career.
How many other ones of those are around here? That's the next question then. How many other locations?
Who would fit that scheme? I think to me, we know Shanahan runs that scheme. It's the Kubiak, Mike Shanahan. We know that Houston runs that scheme, but they run it and they understand it. It's one thing to steal the plays. It's another thing to understand the scheme. Right? That everybody steals the plays. Everybody stole Kubiak's, throwback to the tight end on the over route. That's become so popular, or the delay route. But it's, do you understand the offense? And I think that, and how you coach the quarterback too. Let's not minimize that. It's how the relationship is between the coach and the quarterback.
I'm excited to see what happens with Joey Flacco.
Me too.
Yeah, what a run. What a story. Paisan from New Jersey, obviously you're in love.